Dong in the trunk.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tony2point0, and guys, today I'm bringing you kind of a special, little different kind of video. I, the other day, got into a little tiff with someone that commented on one of my videos, and the responses between me and him made me giggle, and it was just amazing. As a YouTube commentator, my job is to convey my opinion as concise and poignant as possible. When someone leaves a comment that completely verifies and validates that point, it makes this worthwhile, regardless of if it's negative or positive. And this exchange was pretty funny. So let's get into it. I'm going to try to put screenshots up so you guys can see. It started out innocently enough. This guy, Matthew Strelkowski, this comment came on my video, Why You Can't Fix Call of Duty. And in that video, I blame it on the community, how shitty the community is. And his response was, if Black Ops 2 was the first COD ever, you all would have loved it to death. And if COD 4 was the 9th COD, you all would have hated it. Stupid fucks. So he's already being ridiculous. I'm assuming that this kid is in the 12 to 15-year-old range. My response, because I try to respond to every comment, is, great comment, lols. If Black Ops 2 performed like COD 4, yes, I would love it. That, however, is not the case. I did not attack him, did not go after him, not one bit. His next response came to me in a private message. He says, you don't seem to remember all the things that were wrong with COD 4, like the M16, MP5 snipers, frags times 3. Everybody would hate the same if COD 4 was the game instead of Black Ops 2. If you think about it, Black Ops 2 is one of the greatest COD games ever made. Well, listen, Matthew Strelkowski, I have thought about it. And Call of Duty is possibly the worst Call of Duty ever made and a very bad game in general. It is an online shooter that just doesn't perform online, so that's pretty cut and dry for me. And I do remember all the things that were wrong with COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. However, when I jump on those games, the connections work, and I don't care about the bullshit as much, because I don't feel like I'm getting robbed over and over. Something that you may not remember is that COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 were pre-lawsuit days, and after the lawsuit was done, Activision did not support these games at all. They were not patched. They were not fixed at all. Everything was left as it was right after the lawsuit was done. So, going on to my response to Matt Strelkowski off that comment. M16, snipers in Call of Duty, noob tubes in Modern Warfare 2 are annoying. I agree. That is not my issue. Those are balancing issues. And the snipers in Black Ops 2 are far worse than in any other Call of Duty. The game is fundamentally broken. Peer-to-peer connections with lag compensation are at an all-time low. I don't care about which gun is overpowered, because they all are when your connection provides a different result than what you are seeing on screen. Black Ops 2, when you think about it, is a huge step in the right direction in many ways. However, the only thing that matters is how well my connection matches up with others that I'm playing against. It's an online shooter with a broken netcode that has basically destroyed a franchise. You probably have below average connections ratings and therefore love the networking. I appreciate the message, but plain and simple, you're wrong. Black Ops 2 is not only the worst COD in history, it is one of the worst optimized games ever put out on the market. Connections aside, the render lag of this game it was done sloppily and lazily. Most of the screen-to-screen, pixel-to-pixel lag is a main reason for lag as well. Based on your response, I'm assuming you are a young person who only plays Call of Duty and has no idea what a good game should play like, not to mention what a multi-billion-dollar franchise should perform like. Go play Battlefield, CSGO, Quake, TF2, Blacklight, any other shooter and see what these games should play like. Yes, I go at him a little bit. He started it, and I didn't do anything very inflammatory yet. His following comment was, I'm not reading all of that. Followed by, nope, I have a fairly good connection. You can't base your argument off assumption. Well, Throughout this whole argument, you never tell me what your connection is. But my response was, what is your idea of a fairly good connection? If it isn't a minimum of 8 up, you don't know what good connection is. Most people in America struggle to get 5. That's the truth. You guys can go and look it up if you want to. His response was like a page long, to which I read through it. He references how Wings of Redemption hated Modern Warfare 3. Wings of Redemption is not only the non-typical player of Call of Duty, there's many reasons why he hated it. You guys can go and watch his last video. Fuck, I'll even link it down below for you. He says, and I don't think you have played COD 4 in its latter stages. I played Call of Duty 4 at least once a week the last year. I played it almost continuously. It's still a good game. If the hackers weren't there, it would be 10 times better than Black Ops 2 is, and I'd never put in Black Ops 2, which I can't anyways because I sold the fucking thing. He talks about how, and I have a good connection. I live in a suburban area near an internet provider, and it's the best connection I can get from them with a very expensive router. Okay, well, I live in a suburban area and get the best connection I can from my service provider, and it's still not that good. Doesn't mean anything. You never told me what your connection was. So, moving on to my response to this page, and I'll put it up there so you guys can read it if you want to. He's basically saying that I'm wrong and I'm just bad at the game. So my response is, you must be mentally handicapped. For that, I'm sorry. Have a great day, sunshine. Obviously, playing with him, yes, little cruel. Nothing, I'm not calling him out or whatever. His response is, I'm deleting all your messages, so don't try to respond to me. It will just go into the trash. My response is, LOL, thought my messages were going in the trash. Thank you for my next video, though. This transcript would be hilarious. And kid, I'm 30 years old. Your novice opinion of what gaming is the reason why game development is stunted. You and the rest of your brain-dead generation are happy with bacon camo and terrible games. Learn to play nub. His response, mentally handicapped. This actually came before. After when I called him mentally handicapped, this is what his response was. Mentally handicapped, go name colors in elementary school, kid. You need it. I don't even know what that means, which was what I said, which is why my response was, kid, I'm 30 years old. Moving on. After that, he says, 30 years old and you still have time to rip on a game and insult an 18-year-old. Wow. And look, I didn't mean anything bad about my responses. You were just being a dick. You were snarky in your responses. Well, when you come to my channel and attack my opinion, you're gonna be snarky, bro. That's what you're gonna get from anyone that takes time to respond to you. My response to that was, always plenty of time in the day to respond to people who leave comments and send spectacular messages to my inbox. To which he responds, and for the record, I hate bacon camo. Assumptions. My last message sent to him is, guaranteed you purchased DLC for that game. To which he sends back 2 following messages. And Activision and Treyarch Infinity Ward are the reasons why COD development, according to you, was stunted. I never said COD development was stunted. That game is 10 years old and you're playing the same build, same game, same platform, same engine, everything. That game is stagnant, not stunted, and I was talking about gaming development in general. There are still some awesome games. Last of Us, Final Fantasy, Black Ops 2, Diablo 3, Battlefield, Bioshock. I hope to watch that video to look at all the bullshit. Well, here's the video. It's not bullshit because I'm reading it right off the screen. And let's talk about the games you listed. Final Fantasy is a shell of its former self. Black Ops 2 is a terrible game. Diablo 3 had one of the worst launches in history. Battlefield 3 is played primarily on PC. Bioshock is a solo player FPS, and The Last of Us is a console exclusive. None of those fall into even the same world as Call of Duty. His last message to me was, damn right, and it was fun. I like to have fun, unlike you. And your voice sounds like that of a queer. This guy claims to be 18 years old. That's what he told me in that big long message. His grammar, phonetics, all indicate that he's well younger than that. He did nothing but prove my point, that the Call of Duty community is absolutely terrible. You run into fanboys like this who know nothing about real gaming. And listen, Mr. Matthew Strokowski. Given that I've been playing video games way before you were your parents' mistake, I'm going to defer to my gaming prowess and my gaming knowledge. My opinion of games far exceeds anything that you could imagine. You can keep your Black Ops 2. Like I said, I fucking hate you. Thank you for leaving comments, because even though you're wrong, I still got a pretty funny video out of it, and you entertained me for almost a whole day of work. Guys, I want to know if you guys like this. Maybe I'll do some more. I always get some comments like this every once in a while, so let me know what you guys think, and I will see you very soon. Peace.